I have it in there for
It's
like extra target, and I think it's extra target is what that's supposed to be, but I'm just
uh,
not good at writing it out, I guess.
I was just thinking X. It looks really classy. Terrible jokes of the day. I'm going to say actually, I went upstairs, showed my wife my new PC, and she went, "Does it change color?" And she looked under the desk and she went, "It does change color." I was like, "Yep." And then I went, "Right, okay, I need to head downstairs. I'm off to kill heretics." And you went, "Have fun, dear."
Must kill heretics. All right, speaking of heretics, Chapter 3, The Fight for Freedom. A civil war has engulfed Skullhaven Sprawl. Forces loyal to the Emperor and the Imperium face an uncertain war against those that had fallen to chaos and the lure of Slaanesh. In the void, the dragon's wings must survive on its own for now. The squad of Chaplain Ramel is stranded, but seem resolute on destroying the heretics and returning control of the city and planet to the Imperium. Recovering the sniveling governor, Alaric Vest, his words, though forced as they were, seem to have bred life into the rebellion against evil. Fighting once again has intensified across the massive Hive City. With the aid of local cogitators, Verist has determined various important locations in the city, particularly where fighting is happening. Though some reports are incomplete or slow, Varist has enough data from the machine spirits to begin your crusade in retaking the city. The Emperor protects. I'm just going to swing over to Skullhaven Sprawl for if you guys want to do the same, because when I... Oh, actually, hold on. Let me... I'll do this. Activate this, and that should bring it up for everyone. Um, now, so there are three. So 8834 is where you are now. If you click on that one, just to give you some context, it shows it's the governor's mansion. It's not really important, that one isn't, but this is kind of what it looks like. And then if you go back and click on 4467 and 2206, those are your two options. In character, I'm assuming that the cogitators haven't been able to calculate those other sections yet, so you're not sure where else to go. But you do have two definite places that you can go, and that's 4467 and 2206. 4467, I'll pop that one up. That one is the Great Sprawl Thoroughfare. So it's basically the main city, or I'm sorry, the main road in the city, and you can read that. Basically, there's massive amounts of fighting going on there. So that's that one. The other one is 2206, which is a little more unknown. This is kind of outside the city, and there was reports that a Thunderhawk had been seen landing there. But we don't know anything else about that area besides, from everything you can tell, there's still civilians outside of the city. In 4467 and the thoroughfare, they've all fled from that area, so there's nobody there. So I'm going to swing it back over to the governor's man. Actually, hold on, and then
Hey,
you guys.
one quick
Yeah, go
question.
ahead.
To get to 4467, do we have to go through 7798?
No,
Okay, okay,
nope. You won't have to. There's like this
okay.
road here. I'm just assuming that you could go up. Whoops, hold on. Where's the drawing tool? I don't know. Like just up this way, right?
Okay, cool, cool, cool.
Something like that. So,
Yeah.
um,
So I'll have sent this map to everyone's. Uh, I guess we have display units in our helmets, right? I think we got, like
yeah, you would
picking
have
box.
some sort of HUD. Let
Yeah.
me.
So sent this information through to everyone, with the information that so it probably looks exactly like this, and then as all they need to do is look at certain ones, and some of them it comes up, no further information, no further information, and then others, the other two, it comes up with this further information that I know about it, but the others are where I've been able to see flashpoints, explosions, whatever, or just some points of interest that the cogitators are trying to get more information on.
Yeah,
But
Alaric,
Var-
he says, "Oh, we should attempt to escape the city. If I didn't make that clear already, this is going to be dangerous wherever you plan to take us."
Varys looks down at him and says, "Do you realize the grave danger you put your life in every time you open your mouth? Our patience with your snivelling weakness grows thin. Your cowardice is an affront to the Emperor."
He kind of cowers away. "Oh, okay, I, I will silence myself."
Varys says, "See that you do, or others might."
I could, however, stay at the governor's mansion to make sure that it is secure.
Varys gives Ramael a look of, "I can't even."
Ramayal just, the Crozius, right? It's like he takes the Crozius and just puts it on Alaric's right shoulder, right? The Crozius is just resting on his shoulder. Heed my brother. Silence at this point will keep you safe. Another word, and you shall meet the Emperor himself.
He just nods and gulps.
"Our lives are not our own, Governor. They belong to the Emperor. You know this as well as we do. Yes?
He nods.
And the Emperor bids you fight. In his name. As he bids us all fight. Cowardice gives the victory to the dark powers, the powers of the warp.
Gives a very
Speak
slight
not,
nod.
speak not again of cowardice and flight. It disgusts me." Varys just turns away.
So what does it look like around here? Like, are there
So
any
you're
kind of
gonna.
vehicles we can get on, or?
There is probably something. Maybe I don't think there's anything large enough for you guys to use. Um, so
Okay, how far are we, like, from the Tacticarium within our HUDs? Is there a way to know how far it is from where we are to 44.67?
you want to know how far it is to 4467 from here?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Probably a couple mile walk,
Mm.
which for you wouldn't take that long.
Okay. So, Ramael kind of looks around. Brothers, it looks like we must walk to the thoroughfare. Securing it will be the first step in securing the city.
Very well.
We must rally the forces still loyal to the Emperor, give them something to grab onto to hope. If we control the thoroughfare, we will control access to the rest of the sprawl.
I also believe there is heavy weaponry there. That could well prove a useful asset for the Astra Militarum who are fighting here.
So what you're saying, brother, is that we must not destroy everything in our sight.
Well, we will do what is necessary, of course.
Vladrick nods and he'll look to Varus. Brother, do you believe that as we get closer to the thoroughfare that you might be able to identify where the allied Astra Militarum might be? That we might relieve them and secure their aid sooner?
I must have been able to get some of that information right in order to ascertain numbers, presumably.
Well,
If I
yeah,
can...
you're not, it's hard to know which side's which. You know that one side is smaller and than the other, but you do have some estimated numbers from, you tapped into probably some cameras or something that was, or picture recorders, I should say, that captured, what would assume to be, Laz fire, and there's definitely in the middle of the road there is some heavy machinery. It's not clear what's there exactly, but something big, shooting, high-powered weapons into the surrounding habs, which stretch up above the road itself. So somebody's shooting down and across from the buildings, and somebody's in the road.
Okay. Just a player comment. I think we back up the ones that are in uniform, and the ones that've got rid of their uniforms and are wearing bondage gear. Those ones we shoot. That's how you just recognize.
Yeah, I'm sure they've struck down their markings and have their own perverse icons and standards.
Yeah.
Brother, do you think the ones with assless chaps might be friends?
No, actually, no. That was just a Munitorum problem. They ran out of fabric.
My mistake, brother. I don't know what came over me. Perhaps my eyesight is going bad. I've been blinded so many times.
They attack with dildo clubs.
All the pistol grips are actually dildos.
Yeah. Anyway, so you're just gonna walk there, yes?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah,
feasible.
I don't have much of a choice.
We make Alaric walk in front of us
Yeah.
to make sure he is present.
He is there. Unfortunately for him, he follows behind you. He is whimpering as the sounds of battle get louder, but he doesn't say anything. Let's see. He's very happy to be silent, as he was told to be silent. I would like. So you're walking down towards. Why is my music started? Anyway, you're walking down towards this area through all these bombed out buildings and whatnot, and as you get closer, you just hear the impact, kaboom, just all sorts of weapon fire in the distance, and you can actually see it in some spots too in the distance as you're getting closer and closer and closer. I would like everyone to make a awareness check, DN3. You have 0 glory.
Why'd mine say 4?
For what?
Oh, it said DN4. I
It
thought
doesn't.
I changed
Yeah, I
it.
don't.
It
You
don't
probably
matter.
just. Yeah, it didn't matter. I can. Yeah. So you two fail. And I know what the complication's going to be anyway. It's not going to be that. Yeah, no. So, yeah, Artaxian, you're walking in front, and all of a sudden you look down, and you just totally just step through a tripwire, and there's an explosion around you. Let me see how to do this easily. It might not even hurt you, but we'll find out. Give me a sec. I gotta pull a frag grenade out. Weapons, frag grenade. And, what the hell? Hold on. Frag missile. There it is. Okay. Equip. Alright, here we go. So just ignore if it hits or not, because it hits. Okay, so it hits. Shift possible, one shift. Oh, hold on. I shouldn't have done it that way. Doesn't matter, I guess. Alright. So it hit, one shift for damage.
Oh, is that a complication for the frag missile?
Yeah, but this didn't. I'm going off the previous roll, so I can just roll damage. 11 damage, blast 6. So it's gonna hit everybody for 11 damage, but I don't know if that would even hurt anybody. So
That does not get through my...
11 resilience. It might hurt Alaric, though.
Oh no!
Uh,
Oh no!
Yeah, I think it
First
would.
combat injury.
Well, he is behind everybody. I'm going to give it a 50-50 shot. On a 1, he has exploded with the rest of you. On a 2, he survives. He survives. So, how does it look, Artaxian, as you trip this tripwire and it just explodes over you guys, but doesn't do any damage to either of you?
Artaxian is marching down the way, using his Terminator armor to kind of clear out debris and the remains of perhaps individuals or vehicles. And he steps on something to almost kick it out of the way, and he hears like that click, and he looks down and he instantly understands what it is. And the explosion, smartly, was fragmentation, which would be great against, the lightly armored PDF and other troopers that they would normally expect. However, against the armor of the Space Marines, the fragmentation harmlessly bounces off of all of their power armor. He stops, looks down as the smoke clears and the dust settles, and he turns back to look at the governor and thinks to himself, "Oh, well, that's unfortunate. He's still alive."
Patting it. He's on the ground, but he's like patting. He's like, "Oh, I'm alive! I'm alive! Oh, sorry, I spoke. Oh."
Artaxian kind of leans down. "Congratulations, you survived your first combat experience." Before just turning around and continuing forward.
And sometimes Varys looks back at him and says, "The Emperor protects, sometimes even the unworthy." And looks away again.
As you kind of get started again, a Vox just kind of blares out into the street. "Halt! Halt! Who are you? Do you serve them, or are you loyal to the Imperium?"
We are the Blood Dragons.
There's no response.
"Do you not recognize the Emperor's angels when you see them?"
The Vox squeaks out, "Seen other like you, but they were no angels. They were demons."
Well,
Varys
you
doesn't
speak with angels now. Step forth. Present yourself.
"Think not."
Can we tell where this is coming from? Like where the Vox
Varus
or...
can probably do some sort of aspects roll or something like that. I don't know if you have a
Yeah.
thing on your mechadendrite for.
Let me have a look. I think it just gives me magnocular scope, awareness int, no penalties due to distance, but I've also got an augmetic. What have I got here? Trying to find this. The auger array. Activated as a combat action to detect enemy energy emissions, motion, and other life signs within 50 meters.
Yeah, go ahead and it just automatically happens, or do you have to roll something?
It just that's all it says about it. Yeah.
Yeah, you do. There's a very few individuals kind of over here in this building. The Vox is coming from a speaker just in the streets, but there's 3 people in there, and they're not moving, but they're moving. I guess they're moving enough for you to get a bead on them, but
Yeah. And probably some heat signs as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
So Varys will just walk over in that direction, and or he kind of looks in that direction and says, "You're not hidden from us, if that's what you're thinking."
Ramael says, "Those loyal to the Emperor have nothing to fear from us. But do not question our loyalty again."
Peeking out this door, you see that there's what you would expect a scout to look like. From here, you can even see she has the epaulets of a sergeant of the 40th, I think it's 42nd Legion, I think is what I called him.
Yeah.
And she says, "Fine, fine, don't kill me. I'm loyal to the Emperor. I'm not one of those that have turned." She holds
How
her
many
hands
of
up.
them are there? How many of you are there in this area?
Oh, there's a few hundred of us. Most are down at the plaza, the thoroughfare, fighting.
We are here to take charge of the resistance against the archenemy. You will take us to them where we will assist. You are now under our command.
Okay, I'll take you to the captain. Is that? She looks at and sees Alaric, and she like, what in him?
What?
The governor?
The governor is here to show his bravery to his people and inspire them by his example.
I think not. He invited them down to the planet. Those that came and destroyed our world.
Does it seem like she's telling the truth?
Oh.
Can I make an
what can I-
insight roll on him
Yeah.
as she's talking?
It's a chick, but yes.
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
same here.
Alaric.
Talk about
Alaric's not
Alaric
saying
to see if
anything,
he's
so Alaric's not saying anything. He's been told
Yeah,
not
well,
to
I'll
speak.
just. If someone could try one on her, I'm going to try one on him.
I'll do one.
Oh,
on,
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
do one on her. Well, yeah, no. X, you should do one on her. I think.
Yeah, I think we should all do it because that's
Yeah, you
that's
can
the
all do it.
serious-
You can get
Yeah,
glory
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff from potentially.
Oh, yeah. I just want to see what his reaction is.
DN3 is good.
What is
He's
it,
just
an
been-
insight roll?
My insight's not very good.
If somebody succeeds, I'll just give a general idea of what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I'm
boy.
just trying to get his reaction. So
I don't
I'm
think
doing
anybody succeeded. No one succeeded. You're not sure. He says, he doesn't speak. He just shakes his head.
Well, he's been a coward this whole time.
Yeah.
And Vladric, this sergeant presumably has been fighting. So yeah, Vladric, without much hesitation, will just crush Alaric's skull.
Yeah, what's it look like as you do? He goes, ah!
As soon as she says that he betrayed the planet to the enemy. Vladric looks at Alric and just brings back his staff and just splatters him against this car here.
And Varys will turn to the sergeant and say, "Thank you for this valuable information, Sergeant."
She watches as you beat him to death and just walks over and kicks the corpse once and says, "Wished you would have let me do that."
There are plenty of more heretics to kill, Sergeant. I believe we have a meeting with your captain now, that we might inform him of our taking charge.
Sure, follow us. And she waves two others out. But yeah.
I'm going to just quickly check his body for any clues. If he's carrying anything incriminating.
Yeah,
Like
I
he's
think
had like a Slanesh symbol tattooed on his butt or anything. Yeah.
yeah,
We would have seen that, to be fair.
on his
You
butt.
did see this dude get dressed, I mean.
That's
No,
true, actually.
he
Yeah,
does
can't be
not.
hiding
No,
anything.
he doesn't.
Yeah. No,
Why is your augur array taking pictures of him getting dressed?
He has that. If you would like to rewatch
A man needs to make money where he can.
Brother, I suggest you keep that to yourself.
Yeah, that is very heretical.
Yeah. No. He would not.
Yeah, she steps out and there's two other younger people with you, and she gives you kind of a salute and says, "Follow me. They're up there," and she points into this hab block way up in the air, probably 100 stories. That's where we've set up our command center. Easy to defend unless they blow it up. Come on.
Okay,
Sorry
follow
about the grenade.
No harm done.
It was well thought out and a good strategy.
She nods and leads you through the streets and up through this. She's yeah, what grenade? She actually takes an elevator and tells you go to the 100th floor. She's not able to, or a lift, which still apparently works when she punches in a code. And then you're up. So let me move you guys. Hold on one second. So she generally brings you into this area and says, this way, follow me. And she heads this way into this room. And there's about a dozen people in there. One has the captain's epaulets, and he turns and says, "So it's true. More Space Marines. These loyal to the Emperor, or so I'm told."
I'm Sergeant Artaxian of the Blood Dragons. We have come here to restore order to this lawless world and make right against the foes of the Emperor.
Oh, we could use some help. He points towards the window, and he's got like basically binoculars. I don't know what they're called in 40K, but he's like
Binoculars, is it?
Yeah, magnoculars.
Magnoculars. He's like, if you want to look that down in the street, you'll see what we're dealing with. We can't assault them. Their firepower is just too much, and we're just too few.
What is the nature of their weapons?
Look for yourself. And he points down there, and you can see all this. There are 2 las cannons, 2 Manicore tanks, and various amounts of guardsmen. Looks like there's 2 commissars down there.
Not a huge amount of cover.
Not a huge amount of cover, that's correct. You are on the right side, somewhere over here. See me ping?
There. Okay.
I don't know, over here somewhere, yeah.
Okay.
Up 100 floors. Attacking them from this
Right.
distance would be worthless, but,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so my optical megadendrite is going to be showing a sort of magnocular view down onto the street, so you can, and I'll feed that through. The picked feed will go through to everyone's armor. Just kind of showing a little bit more about the tanks, so you can actually see a bit more of their disposition, their condition, etc.
The manticores are excellent for long-range support, but of limited use in the close encounters. It will be those las cannons that we will need to be concerned about.
The manticores have been blowing up these buildings all around us. We tried to engage them and they just fired missiles at us. We can't even attack any longer without moving instantly, and even then it's a little bit risky.
Strikes me, brothers, that the weak spot of both the tanks and the lascan is the crew. Your powers, brother, and he looks across the librarian, care nothing for armor.
It is true. And if we engage them from close range, those weapons are not made for that distance up close. I can bring the powers of the warp upon them, though it will carry its own dangers should I choose to do so, unbound.
How will you get close enough? Won't they shoot you as you make your approach?
And Vladric, he looks down there and considers. Captain, and he looks to the guardsman that is with the captain epithet. What tactics had you considered in approaching and taking this position? You are more familiar with the situation on the ground as is for now. What were your thoughts if we were to assault this position?
Yeah, I can bring up the other map. One sec. You want to see the on the road, right? This one?
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
because this
Yeah,
this
that's
just
fine.
helps with the
Yep,
tactics.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says, well, we don't really have enough men to take out those tanks or the equipment. Usually I would have the right sort of equipment and I would blow those tanks up first and then we would overwhelm them. We would drop down further into the habs where we have optimal firing position from above and shoot them. They would have to leave or take cover. But the tanks, when we do that, they fire into the habs and kill everyone who tries. Or blows the entire floor to bits and kills most of them, and it's just worthless for us right now.
Well, the four of us need
What is there
only
in
get
this?
close. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
The four of us need only get close, Captain. Brother Artaxian, given what we see here, how would you refine the captain's strategies? What could they do to help us get close? You are an experienced warrior.
The best thing for their skill set and capabilities is to provide a diversion to focus both the tanks and the heavy support weapons on them. They only need to initially engage, then pull back before the fire can be brought to bear upon them, allowing us time to come from the other side and engage the enemy. One possible approach is through the lower level of the half blocks and get close as possible.
What is that in the center? Is that a
I
statue
I
or
think
a
it is.
fountain?
I think it's something like that. Yeah. Because
Um.
this would just be a road, right?
Okay.
A
Okay.
massive like central highway type of thing.
Like a marker,
Um.
looks like.
Yeah.
Ramaya looks to the captain. Captain, what about underground sewers? Do those have access to the street?
I don't really know, to be honest. I'm sure they do, but where? And he looks at you and is, I don't think you'll fit.
Enough explosives under that square would take everything out.
Don't have. I don't really have much. Only hand grenades. No rockets. No rocket launchers. Most of the heavy equipment went with the heretics. This is actually my regiment down there. The leaders, the commissars, turned, and most went with them. Me and mine fled, and are doing what we can. I'm willing to help in any way you want us to. A diversion, frontal assault, it doesn't matter. For the Emperor. I won't let these bastards live.
A diversion will suffice. We will not sacrifice your lives unnecessarily. I have abilities. I've cut through countless space hulks. I believe, if necessary, we can cut through some of the walls of the hab block to come out as close as possible.
Yes. And we should see about trying to secure this material, the las cannons and the manticores. It could be useful for the captain's loyal troops to use in their fight.
Oh yes, for certain.
My powers might be able to reach through those metal boxes without causing damage to the platforms themselves. We will use them. Do we feel we have a sound plan?
But are there any sewer, like what do you call, um, manhole covers around that area that we can see from here? Because
There,
I'm
pro-
thinking, what if we
there,
do
there probably
the
is.
reverse, where we are the distraction, allowing his people to come up through the sewers, and so like if there's a way to kind of put his men in the center while we distract these guys, the big cannons, then he has grenades at least, right?
Hmm.
So you can create a distraction in that
But,
center.
but grenades
They
could
could
damage
just
the
pop out
equipment.
and
That's the trouble.
yeah, but
We want to kill the operators and take the equipment intact if we can.
yeah, but if they just come up and throw a few grenades around, whatever survives, survives, right? Because it creates enough chaos for us to then close in from the outside.
I guess they could try
I
and
think the only
take out the
problem with
commissars.
that is he clearly doesn't know like the sewer system, so they could get lost. I would make a roll for
Mm.
them to get if they got lost or not. That's the only thing. But I would say there probably are manhole covers around, right? There usually are. You know, if I just draw it, I'd say, I guess, let's say here. What in
Mm.
the? Hold on. Is that a circle?
Too
Can
far.
I draw a circle? There we go. How about there and there? Something like that. You see those pink circles?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We'll say they're
Yep.
there. And then you could find one in adjoining streets and such, but you know, like I say, they would have to make some sort of survival roll to not get lost.
I also think though, like we're blood angels. Blood angels like getting up close and personal. I just think we'd probably relish the chance to get among them with our power weapons and cause some carnage.
Oh yeah. That's still my idea. Is that I'm just trying to see if there's a way to disrupt them enough before we can get in there. Because if we just run up, wait, what about like these habs, right?
Mhm.
If I like, are they just like super vertical structures, or is there any connection? Like in the sense that,
Oh, they sprawl. It's a sprawl of many different buildings. You could like WP was saying, you could easily come out of the hab onto the street level if you wanted. That's not a problem.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
if we came through the wall here, I think WP's idea was to come through a wall, and that if we suddenly appeared here while they're looking,
I think it
over
would be. I think it
here-
would be here, but like up here. I think this is just a platform.
Oh,
but
okay.
it'd be like at the edge of the map. But you could definitely come out that. You don't have to come down the
Right.
street where you are now, right? If you if you wanted, you could. Whoops. Come this way. Like you could come out here, or even on the other side if you wanted, or split yourself 2 and 2, or whatever you would want to do. You can approach it from any side you want.
I don't think we want to be right next to each other just because they've got rockets and stuff.
Yeah, you
so-
can put yourself however you want.
What do we know as Blood Angels about the Manticore?
All right,
A
let me.
long-range artillery tank.
Yeah, so they are manned with 3 people, 1 pilot, 2 crew. They have a heavy bolter for short combat, and then they have Storm Eagle rockets. So the range on those are. Hold on.
So no, that's fine. The rockets. So apart from the rockets, they do have a heavy bolter that they can get on, right?
They do have a heavy bolter. Yeah, one of the
Okay.
crew would shoot it. Yeah.
Okay.
One of the crew would shoot it if he's able to.
If he's able, yes. But there's 3 crew in each of them.
You
Yeah.
have to be alive to shoot something.
And these las cannons can swivel 90, arc of 180 degrees.
180?
So yeah.
Okay. So assuming, could you again just try not to get too tactical, but
Yeah, that's fine.
180 along the streets? I'm assuming.
Yeah, like straight north of it, straight south of it, and everything.
Okay. Okay.
I wonder if there's a way to do that in Foundry. But you know what I mean, right?
Yeah. Just, and there are no overhangs or anything that's any sort of arches.
So this is a bridge. So this looks like a walkway right here, and this too over here. So
Okay.
So actually, you're probably about 6 feet up, but that's not going to matter to you, right? So this platform is probably like, we'll say, we'll make it like 20 feet. So you'd be 20 feet above them. This is a bridge. This is a bridge on this side. This is even higher up here. So yeah. So you're looking at when you come out these habs, there's this platform that's about 20 feet off the road on both sides. So where you guys are now is about 20 feet above them, let's say. And so are the bridges that connect. You can kind of follow the map and see. But you have time to go all the way down and circle on any. You could probably come in to the area any way you wanted to on the map. That's completely up to you.
Yeah. Okay.
The high ground. I have the high ground.
Hello there.
So you just tell me what you want to do, and we'll get it set up.
Yeah, Barris comes up to, hello there. Um, yeah, I think if we should. Yeah, I'll defer to WP on this, but
When this, regardless, just stay the fuck away from me. That's all I gotta say. It's gonna be rough.
okay.
Yeah, I think we should come from at least 4 different directions. That way, there's overlapping fields of fire, and then we are also not caught in the crossfire of or the blowback of the unbounded psychic energy that's basically going to fall down on this place. I would think. I think
But yeah, we
if
could we
there's a
could
way
all
for me
approach
to,
from a different direction, couldn't we?
yeah, like from here, if I approach from there, um, right?
I would like to come in from this street level, probably right here, if I could. I'm pinging that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If I could be on a manticore right away.
Well, you'll have to start over here, but
Yeah, it's fine.
Where would I have to start from?
edge of the map wherever you want. So if you wanted to start, you'd have to start up
From
here.
here?
Yeah. So somewhere closer. Yep, that would be fine.
Yeah.
So Artaxian, where do you think?
I'm basically, so where he's at right now, so that's obviously the elevated position. He would be, if that's a area that's like open, he would be coming through that wall.
So you
instead of one
can't,
level
like, I
up.
would say you can't come through this because there's nothing
Okay.
underneath it besides just solid stone or whatever.
Gotcha.
Right? It's not a part
But
of the building.
I could hop down though.
Yeah. You can come right through. Yeah, you would have to come through on the side and then just walk over there and then jump down. That's just a normal move for you guys. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Make sure I have all these guardmen in here. That one, that one. That one's on there. That guy's on there. That guy's on there. Yeah, you just guys put yourselves where you want to start.
All right,
And what
before
do
we
you want
start-
the guardsmen to do? They will
So
do
basically,
anything you tell
if Varist and myself are coming from the east, Ramael is coming from the north, and then Vladric is kind of wanting to have a little space between him and us. I would say the focus would be for them to come from the west by southwest. That way they're focusing both the las cannon and the majority of the guardsmen around the commissar, the southern commissar, focusing their fire that way. That way
Okay.
when we come out from the
them.
east.
Let me grab them and I'll throw them on the map and you can
Yeah,
tell me.
and I'll
where
be
you
right
want.
back in about 5 minutes. I got
Yeah,
a turkey
that's
to
fine.
wrap.
That's fine. I gotta give this guy some stats anyway.
Cooking with Artaxian.
In the name of the Emperor, let the turkey be wrapped.
Did you carve a Rosarius into this turkey?
And then finally, before serving, we apply the purity seals.
He's like back on the dragon's wings. He's the grill master.
Why does this taste like wax? Purity seal, brother.
Do you lack faith, brother?
You like a spine? This turkey didn't. Fucking cranking out.
So I'm just gonna add that guy. So you want him to come from like over here somewhere, yeah. There's 20 of them.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's good.
So they'll be right there. Hold on, I don't want to do that though. Okay, I gotta keep. Oh, I gotta. Hold on, I gotta figure something out because they just all say guardsmen. That's probably not ideal.
So, the way I figure it, I'll go for the guardsman on the nearest las cannon first. And then I don't know whether maybe we let maybe Vladric can go for the crew of the Manticore
That's what I'm the crew of the Manticore plus 2. Because
Okay.
I can hit 5 people at once.
Well, take out the commissar then.
That's the plan, but I need to let you know that none of this is guaranteed.
Right.
And it could be much worse or much better depending on how you look at things. So, because
Let's have
we're
fun
gonna
finding out.
we're gonna I think I'm gonna come out swinging, but we'll see.
WP,
I'm gonna let
wait.
other people go first,
Oh,
and then
this is
I'll
me.
probably go third. I think because I don't want
Okay.
them to focus on me right away. Because well, they probably will after I do what I'm gonna do, but
Okay, the
What?
loyal troopers are in place as far as you tell me if that's where you want them to come out. I can bring them out a little further north if you want.
Yeah, I think a
I
little
like one a
further
little
north,
further north. Yeah,
along here.
you want the okay, so you want them
yeah.
separated a little bit. Okay.
Because they
Yeah.
can take all these spots in the wall and stay relatively safe. Because they're gonna die really fast when they start getting shot at.
All right,
Oh my
there.
god, these perils are fucking horrific. Holy.
Oh,
I'm
Perils
reading.
of the Warp. I haven't
Yeah,
read
I'm reading perils right now. Let's see
It
what I.
I do like the mechanic where you add rat die. Um, the more you become like unchained, right? And so it's more of a chance for a good thing or a bad thing.
I
I do
mean, some of
like
these are
that.
great. I mean, not for people around me, but they are also gonna be around me. So
it.
it's not like you know. I feel bad for Ataxian. However, our enemies are not gonna like anything that's going on.
If you go out, you'll go out big.
Yeah, well, it's oh my. Read some of the worst ones. Like they're fucking horrific, dude. There's some really like some of the early ones are pretty decent. Actually, they just feel like benefits. But the further you get on perils, it quickly starts becoming a problem.
Okay.
Dark Passenger is really bad.
Okay, I'm
I
gonna
think
look this
that I
up.
remember that from. Pretty sure that was something in Dark Heresy too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh huh.
not good.
Yeah.
Psychic overload.
I'm
2d6
surprised that's
mortal
the worst
wounds.
one.
Yeah.
I guess for that reason it
I
is,
mean,
because you can't dodge those.
you pretty much almost die. I mean, I guess you could do a determination roll, but
Mm.
um,
The summoning is also really terrible, because then everybody else has to just kill me on principle.
Okay. Um,
alright, well, I'd say if you got to grab bio or whatever until he gets back, and then we will
okay.
start the killing. Go refill my water. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, don't say it like that. You're just
The
excited. You're
problem
gonna get
is
it. You're gonna
like,
get to hurt us.
yeah, I know, but the problem is like I don't know what is strong enough, you know? Like I don't have
Right.
the experience with the system to know,
Oh
what's too
yeah. Is
much.
this what's too little? What's too much? And what's just right? Yeah. Yeah. That
Guess we'll
makes
find
sense.
out. It seemed very Space Marine-ish, so I went with it, regardless.
Yeah. And
The real answer to what's strong enough is to just let me fuck up a couple times.
You do have a pretty good psychic mastery. It's that wrath die that you got to
Yeah.
be careful with.
Yeah. I don't know. The thing is, some of the better stuff takes a very high DN to hit. So
Yeah.
you
Well,
gotta be willing to risk it.
you don't have any glory yet, but
Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see
I'm
what
sure
happens.
you'll get some. Okay, did this get added? Loyalist troopers. Okay, I think I have everybody on the thing except you. I'll add you guys to the combat tracker. Henry Mill. Just remember, you guys can sprint and stuff too. You still have some conditions. Let me take this off. Oops. So, well, when Zypher gets back, I'll remind you. I think he's the only. Are you back, WP?
Yep, I'm back.
I saw you using the ruler. I thought.
Hey, I'm here. I've been here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
think
Sorry.
everything's back then.
Ready to go.
Yep.
Rock and roll.
Don't forget the Rage of the Blood Dragons thing. So you may reroll rank dice once per melee attack test, and if you're within 10 meters of Raymel, you can gain rank dice to any melee attack. Just remember that.
Oh, nice.
All right. Let me get some appropriate music, and we'll get going. I think everybody's here. So.
Look at this guy. Melee attack. Yeah, melee attack.
Of course. All right. So why don't you all kind of just role play as you coming into the area, getting ready, that sort of thing, and yeah, we can go from there. What does it look like
Yeah.
as you come down and situate yourself, etc.?
Barris can be heard repeating to himself as he comes down the stairs in a very steady voice. I am the hammer. I am the mail about his fist. I am the spear in his hand. And he's repeating that over and over again.
Anybody else?
As Artaxian slowly makes his way to the next battle, he thinks back to the countless battlefields he's been on, what to do and not to do, the advantages and disadvantages of his Terminator armor, and positions himself to maximize the carnage and kill in the Emperor's name.
Actually, the other thing Barris will be doing is he'll be alternating that almost mantra with prayers of purification over his equipment as he checks and double checks it all, and calls on the calls on the machine spirits of his servo arm and his augmetics to serve him loyally and to do the Emperor's will.
Ramayana looks at his brothers, and gives them a nod, doesn't say anything, which is uncharacteristic of him. And he starts walking through the hab blocks, uh, crosses over through the bridge, within the hab blocks, out of sight of these
Hmm.
heretics down there. Gets to the other side and still is silent. Um,
Vladrick sets himself in position, looks out, does a quick scan of the battlefield to be, and he slowly starts to gather as much calm to himself as he can, because he knows he is about to manipulate very dangerous warp energies in this battle. He, um, in the one hand he has his staff, but in the other he's holding um, a symbol of the Imperium on prayer beads, and is just holding it tightly, um, seeking strength from the Emperor and Sanguinius.
All right. It's your turn. You tell me what you want to do. Who wants to go first? You guys are about where you are position-wise as you prepare to take the battle to them. Let me make sure the ruler looks appropriate. Yeah, that looks about right. So Artaxian, from you to the Manticore, for instance, is about 18 meters. So that's pretty good for me. That all looks correct. So I think the actual spacing on the map looks good. You tell me what you want to do. Who wants to go first?
Have we heard the distraction yet?
You want them to shoot first? That would be the distraction.
no. Ramayana will go first. Uh, so far he's been silent, right? So from an RP perspective, he's basically going to be running uh, from where he is all the way till here. And for just dramatic effect, let's say there's a door somewhere over here.
Hmm.
Basically, he's going to be charging through the door. Basically, the door just splinters. He is the fucking distraction. And as he,
There goes the plan.
yeah,
Yeah, you get a chaplain
so
involved. That's great.
so he is going to be coming here. He basically bursts from there to there is 14 when I do the run.
Hmm.
And as he does that, there are speakers on his, on his skull helm. He just turns up the volume amplification full max, right? Basically, he's blasting his voice now across the battlefield, and he just says, "We are his sons, forged for grim purpose, in crimson clad with fire in our hands and fury in our hearts. We are his angels, and our gift is death." And with that, he throws a frag grenade
All right, just give me
from...
one sec. I'm trying to find. So you ran, right? And
Yeah,
that's just
that's I checked. So that is a
okay.
movement plus simple action.
Okay, perfect.
So that does 14
Yep.
because my move is 7.
Yep.
And then from there to here is about 7.
Yep.
I'm going to throw the frag grenade right between these
Um,
guardsmen, the
just
commissar, and the tank.
just in case you haven't noticed, the guardsmen to the south of the Manticore are rocket troopers.
Yeah, I saw them, but
Oh,
I
okay.
think I see the 20 over here. I'm assuming that's a group of 20.
Yep.
And I
Okay.
want to get the commissar out because I'm thinking you
Yeah.
take the leader, the snake's head, and then...
Yeah. So I think let me look at
It's
how that works. How the
when I
grenades
looked it
work.
up, it said it's a DN3 attack. And I looked at range. Um, the book is a little kind of it says range is kind of theater of mind. Um,
I mean, I think you're in you're in range to get no penalties or anything like that. I think you're fine as that goes.
Yeah, but the attack is a DN3.
Yeah.
That much I did research
Yeah.
on.
So just aim at whoever you want and change the D into 3 when it asks. I think
Okay,
that
cool.
should work.
So, see, guys, I read the book. I read the book.
Ain't no one got time for that.
What book?
What book? Ooh, dude.
I was too busy doing the
Oh.
Emperor's Will to read.
God dang it.
Reading.
There it is. There it is. Reading. DN base is 3. So the base is already set. Dice pool, there's no rank that
It
needs
should
to be
already.
added here.
Yeah, it should automatically.
Yeah,
do
it's
all
all
that
set
stuff,
up.
yeah.
So here we go.
Okay. Well, that's a success. Wrath complication, but let's do. You can shift one die, so you can shift that 6. If you right click on it,
Yeah.
and then just do shift for, or you left click on it, then you right click on it, and then you can
Oh, sorry.
shift for glory, or you can shift for damage, or whatever you want to do.
Wait. The 6 that is red, correct?
Yes.
Oh, there it is. The shift. Okay.
Yep. Perfect.
And okay.
So now you roll damage.
The glory didn't go. Oh, yeah. Okay, fine. Let's roll damage.
Okay. If I can just hit plus on the damage, or in glory, so I gave you glory. So that's only, so it's going to be 10 damage. None of those hit. So 10 damage to everybody it hits, right?
Yeah.
Blast
It's a
6.
3. Yeah.
So you threw it right in the middle. So I'm just going to go from here. That would hit it hits all of them because it goes out. Wait.
It's 3. 3 is the range for the grenade. I checked that as well.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want to hit the rocket trooper. I'm okay if it doesn't hit, but
Hold on,
definitely
let me
hits.
just look real quick. What does blast what does 6 mean on the blast?
'Cause it might be you can put it around here and then it'll hit.
When using
Yeah.
fire
Whichever way, whatever is not razzle dazzling the situation.
If you are targeting mob or using simplify the number of individuals hit by like is half the blast rating. Oh, so half the blast rating. If you're targeting a mob, well, you did target a mob. Half the blast rating. What does the blast rating do normally? Blast rating determines the radius. So basically, it will hit them all. It goes up to 6. Half the blast rating for mobs. So I'll go through these guys each. This guy loses 3.
They get to do, I think, a dodge, if I'm not mistaken. You should check if that is an action or a reaction.
Okay, hold on. Blast. Look up the blast quality real quick. Area effect weapons. Here we go. We get DN3, apply range. Unless
Combat action.
centered on the target. If you're at distance, plus range difference radius. Okay. Mob, we did that. Anyone hit by a blast can attempt to dodge the attack as detailed by dodging area effect attacks. You cannot shift to increase damage of a blast weapon. Okay. So dodging area effect attacks. I guess I gotta go someplace else and look at that. Okay.
So it's on page 186.
Yep,
If
I'm
you're
looking
caught
at it
in a
right
large or a small blast radius, you may attempt the full defense combat action, adding any icons roll to your resilience. Depending on GM, some attacks cannot be dodged, like very large and huge, but
Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to roll awareness. The tank can't dodge, obviously. So the first thing I'm gonna do awareness DN3 for just to even see if they see it. Nope, he's not gonna dodge. Commissar, he is not gonna dodge. Rocket Trooper. He can dodge, so I'll have him do the full defense action, I guess, for him.
Yes, so they can't attack me.
Yep.
Fuck you guys. Fuck
Yep.
you, motherfucker.
Full defense. Spelled it the English way. Okay, your speed is reduced by half. And you must take initiative until the end of your turn. Defense increases by +1 for every icon rolled in initiative attribute test. So I need to make an enter. Okay. Initiative attribute test. So okay, so they dive out of the way, but they're done. So I'm gonna have them. They move a little bit, not too much, but they dive over here to get out of the way, and then so them, I'm gonna put them in. Oh, I need to do this. And then so that was the rocket trooper #1. Where are they? This guy right here, right? Yep. So he's full defense. I'm going to mark that on his token, I hope. Figure out how to do that. Okay, can't do that. But he's done. Okay, for the rest of them, the guardsmen take 3 damage. That just wipes off 3 of their guys. Oh, I gotta see something. You want to roll your complication on that frag grenade?
Oh yeah, 1 minute. Complication.
Can you, if you have no, can't
Roll it again.
Yeah, roll it again. Roll it again. Try again.
Once more.
You know, okay, so let's just do this. So it was pretty close to 6 back on you anyway. It's not going to hurt you, I don't think, but you would. How about this? How about it blows back and knocks you off your feet? So next time your simple action will be to stand up.
Sure, cool. Sounds good.
So hits that guy. Okay, let's see how much damage did the commissar. So did I say 10? 10 damage to him. Let's see what his resilience is. 5. So he'd take 5 wounds. He's going to roll determination. So it's 5 wounds normally. And he does have something called Fearsome Respect. You and any ally, 15 minutes you may add plus double rank bonus die to resolve tests. So that's this. Alright. Yep, okay. Let's see what happens. 5 shock. Takes 5 shock instead of damage. So he gets rocked, but doesn't actually take any damage. That is not enough to hurt the tank. Doesn't get past its resilience. So how's all that look?
Yeah, so Ramayr comes running through, says what he says, throws the grenade. The gift is death, and then the grenade just rolls to their feet and just blows perfectly in unison with the last line of his sentence.
Yep. I'm going to use the commissar. He's gonna. Oh, I got him all selected. I'm gonna do that. So my turn. You do have 1 glory. Just so you know if you want to cut in or anything. So my current idea is I'm going to take the commissar, and he is going to Space Marine. Would I do that? No, the Manicore. they're gonna shoot at Ramiel with the bolt, the heavy bolter. So. Okay, I want to look at one thing real quick. Sorry guys, this is just all kind of new. What's brutal do? Okay. Rapid fire, what's that do? Hit with a rapid fire short range. You are at short range. Gain extra damage dice equal to the weapon's fire rating. So it's 4. Okay, so once I attack, if they even hit. Yeah, this guy. They're gonna aim as well. What's your DN4? So that's a hit. Okay. Let me get down here. Might have to do some additions to the damage based on some things. Roll damage. 21 damage.
Mhm.
So I think that's all in the thing. So rapid fire, I think it all is because its normal damage is 12. So everything must be added in. Plus the icons. Let's see. I'm just gonna make sure 12. It's brutal. That's what it is. So 3s and 4s do 1 damage. 1 right there. 5s do 2 damage. That's 4, so that's 5, 6, no, 5, 7, 9. Yep, that's where that came from. So that's the brutal. Rapid fire, you gain extra damage dice equal to the fire rating, so 4. I need to roll 4 more dice. I don't really know how to just do this way. 1d4. Oh, that's. I get it. What am I doing? That's not what I'm doing. Ignore that. 4d6. There we go. So 6. So that's going to be 23 damage. So what I would do, Zypher, is click on your sheet, go
Mhm.
to determination in combat.
Mhm.
So your resistance is 11. So 13 wounds we're talking about, right? So
Mhm.
click on determination. And this
Mhm.
is a resolve skill check, and so you do get a bonus on this. You're going to get your so you have a couple things. You have your talent, Blood Dragon's Chaplain. Determination is a willpower check, so you get double rank from that. So I'm not gonna roll it for you, but I just want to see what it looks like so I can tell you. So you're gonna get a pop up. It says Dice Pool Base 5. On the rank,
Yep.
go ahead and click double rank,
Double rank.
and
Yeah.
and the wounds click 11, and it should automatically calculate everything.
Okay. Wounds. Click level. Okay. Cool.
So you take 7 wounds and 4 shock. Damn, that's a rough one.
You should check. That's over half. I think there's something else that happens.
Yep. So let's do that first. So you take 7 wounds as this thing just like right on you, right?
Mhm.
And then Blood Dragons, Rage of the Blood Dragons. When within 10 squares of me, your character with a okay, so that's you. Black Rage. Whenever you are a character with the Blood Dragon within your sight suffers wounds equal to greater than half of their total wounds rounded up, you must
Yes.
resist as usual. If you fail to resist, you are frenzied. So go ahead and you make a. You must resist as usual. What do I mean by that? Resist what? If you resist, make a willpower DN3 check is what it is. Everybody. So
DN. How much?
3.
3.
And then you give yourself a bonus rank to that, Raymal. Nobody else is close enough to get that. So everybody make a willpower check is basically DN3.
Wait, just 1 minute. Sorry. Hold on. So, willpower test. Make the DN3, but it keeps going back to 4 for some reason.
The DN keeps going back to 4?
Yeah, if
I
I
don't know.
click on
Just
willpower.
roll it and
Okay, what about double rank, or is it single rank for dice
It's
pool?
double. It's double. Double
Okay, so
rank.
dice pool is double rank.
No,
Okay,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
and Wrath is one. Wrath is one,
Yes.
or should I put it to 0?
I don't know
1.
why it's
Okay.
asking that, but yeah, it should be one. Yeah, you succeed. And you got glory. Everybody else should roll this too, because you just saw the chaplain get wasted by this tank.
So willpower.
Yes. DN3. You're not close enough to the chaplain to get his bonuses. Success. You don't frenzy, Vladric. That would suck. Artaxian, you frenzy. Let's see what that means. This doesn't affect Wanderer. If you choose to resist, okay. You must get into close combat as quickly as possible, charging the nearest visible enemy. If you are in cover, you break cover. While frenzy, you're immune to fear and cannot be pinned, and must always use all-out attack options. If possible, you gain +1 strength to your attribute while frenzied. So let me make you frenzied. Artaxian, as you see your chaplain get just absolute wasted. Effects. This one's frenzied. I want to do this one. Yes. Let's see. I'm curious if your strength is going to go up. It's 9 right now. Let's see if it's... Sure did. Okay. All right. So, what does that look like to you guys as this happens? What does it look like as you're shot, Ramael?
Oh, as Ramir is shot, he's just standing there, and there's a heavy bolt of fire that's just going right into his chest plate. Um, Inside his skull helm, amber warning runes start flashing all over, and he just silences them, and he stands there and looks at these heretics. And feels, he remembers back. Actually, this is perfect. Back at being at the fortress. Um, he remembers running back towards the cathedral. He remembers the explosion and then the darkness. Um, and he feels like the darkness is starting to engulf him. And it's beginning to engulf him, like it's past his peripheral vision. Um, and then he reminds himself of who he is and reminds himself of why he's here. Um, and he says to himself, by his blood did he make me. I'm an angel of sanguineous. In blood I am born, in blood I am armored. And he kind of brings himself back to the present moment.
All right. Who wants to go?
Artaxian will go since he's kind of frenzied, if
Yeah.
no one cares. So he sees the chaplain, getting smoked pretty good and kind of loses a sense of self-discipline. And not that he can sprint, but he just kind of surges forward to the edge of the
I think you can run
wall.
still, can't you?
I can go 7. That's my
You can't.
defense.
You can't go double. You can't run.
No, I cannot run in this armor.
Okay.
So he goes up there, and that's the closest he can get this round, but he can still shoot. So he's going to shoot at the las cannon, knowing that's one of the bigger threats to him.
Mm-hmm.
So I should have him targeted.
There's 2 guys on the last cannon, but that won't matter. Yeah. So do you want to shift those for glory? I'm guessing.
Yes.
Okay, so that would give you... We don't even need to... You can roll damage if you want.
We'll see.
It's really not going to matter. Yeah, so that's 2 glory and kills them both. How's that look?
As he just surges forward, he kind of sets his Vox to max, and he goes, By the Emperor's hand, you will be purged. And just cycles up the salt cannon, mowing down the two dudes manning the closest las cannon, and they just get shredded in a hail of high velocity rounds.
Okay. My turn, unless anybody wants to seize the initiative.
I will seize the initiative.
Okay. You've seized the initiative for 1 glory. I will tick that off. You're up.
Okay. My movement, I think, is 7.
Yeah, I think it is for everybody.
Yep. Alright, I come down to here. Okay. Just measure distance. Alright. So, Vydric walks down the steps and, resonating with psychic energy, he will try to do Fury of the Ancient. I'm gonna do it unbound, so it's +1 for wrath die.
So I think
And
when you roll that, it'll ask you how many wrath die. You're gonna want 2 in there, right?
Gotcha. And I want to hit the guys inside here, of which I know that there are 3 men inside. Are there 2 commissars or 1 here?
There's one down. Yeah, there's just 1.
Okay. So the commissar and then one of the rocket trooper.
Okay.
And all right, let's do this shit. I may spend glory on more dice. We'll see what I get. Fury of the Ancients. Wrath 2, right? And I can only cast at Unbound from now on in this fight.
It's every power,
Every,
right?
every single power
Yeah.
until the end of this fight has to be Unbound.
Well, that's a success.
Okay. So, I have 1 shift possible. I think I need. I think I'm just gonna shift him for glory, because I don't the potency. I would need 2.
Okay.
I
You
would
can do
need 2
that.
shifts to do the one that I care about. Let's shift 1 for glory. Okay, where do I?
Click on it, right click it, and then
Yeah,
scroll down.
shift glory.
Perfect.
Alright. So this is the way this works is they're all gonna take D3 mortal wounds each.
Okay.
So 1 for
They just-
everybody.
They just take 1 wound.
That's awful.
Okay. So, but there's no resistance or anything, so they do. Let me put that on everybody. Commissar, rocket trooper, that kills one of them. Or is there? No, that. Oh, no, it doesn't. Sorry. It's not a mob. 1 damage to the rocket trooper. Guardsmen, you're not doing those. How do I get? How do I interact with the crew? I'm just gonna do this. These guys right here are in the in the thing, right? Just. Oh shit! I can't do that. Hold on. 1 second. It's just these guys are not really in the fight. It's just so I can track their wounds and stuff. How does it look as you do that?
So stepping down, Vladric summoning the powers of the warp outflies this pair of angelic wings, the visage of Sanguinius at the head of it, and just shoots through, smashes into the Manticore and the Commissar rocket trooper behind it. And this pulse of psychic energy hits all of them. This like psychic lightning shoots off of it and into each one of them, bypassing the Manticore, hitting these two as it flies through and dissipates.
Nice. All right.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. These guys are like screaming as their nose begins to bleed. The Commissar swings his chain sword forward. Fire! And he is aiming towards our Taxian with the I'm gonna yeah, probably the bolter. Here it comes. DN5 hit. Where's my? Why is it not giving me my thing? Why can't I roll damage? Oh, because I didn't have you targeted or something? Okay, well. It was 5. So. Just ignore. Well, why is it not letting me do damage? I'm really confused by this. Shouldn't it pop up?
Oh, is that a wrath complication?
Yes, I rolled the first one.
Oh, well, convenient. It disappeared.
Why won't it let me roll damage? Really confused. There we go, finally. So 5 successes. I couldn't shift anything anyway on the first roll. Here's the damage. So 14 damage plus rapid fire. So you're in, I think you're in short range. Let me see. Let's see what it says.
Is it 12 for a heavy bolter?
It is. No, it's 18 for this one. You're in that range, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, roll 1d. What am I saying? 46. So that's 16 damage. What's your resilience?
15.
So you can roll determination to take another shock instead of wounds. So click on determination, and then in wounds put 1, and then just make the roll. Yeah. So add 1 shock. I'll do it.
1 shock. All right.
Gotcha. Okay. It is Varus' turn.
Okay. So Varus comes bursting through this wall here.
Kool-Aid Man style.
Of course. And he will. So I think I get 7.
You can also run
First
and
of
get
all.
up to 14 if you want.
Yeah.
And still move
So
and
I'm.
act.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to go over here then. Oh, that's 18. So 14 will get me to there. So let's do that. And if it's okay with you that I have my bolter out before I,
Yeah, of
sorry, my
course.
plasma pistol before
Yes.
I went to the wall, I will just open fire on the Commissar.
Yeah, just assume you guys have every weapon out at all times.
Okay.
Space Marines.
Nice. Yeah. So plasma pistol and all that. Oh yeah,
Okay, and roll damage.
that's a lot of successes.
16
Whoa.
damage, 3 pin. What's
Can-
okay? So So he has resilience of 2 to that. So 14 wounds. He's going to roll determination. So he takes double rank because he's a commissar. 7 shock, 7 wounds. Oh, he's in bad shape. Yeah, how's it look? Is he doesn't die, but he's like wavering really bad, like really scorched from the plasma pistol.
Yeah, so Varys comes thundering over here. Basically, as he jumps off here, uh, both his servo arm and his optical mechadendrite both pivot forward. So it looks like he's kind of just everything in him is kind of pointing forwards with a lot of kind of forward momentum. And so the guardsman and the commissar don't even really notice the plasma pistol for a second. And when they do, it's too late to take cover. The plasma pistol just absolutely the bolts go thudding into the commissar's armor and just melt through the armor. And there's a smell of burned flesh from below. Beneath it, and he just falls onto one knee for a second before staggering up, having a lot of trouble staying on his feet.
The rocket launcher here, he's going to move back like 7. So he actually kind of like backpedals and then aims the rocket at Varys and fires.
That's very cool.
Oh, it's cool. What's the DN? Oh, 5. He misses. The rocket goes flying over your head and explodes into the hab block, crumpling like the 3rd floor. Just like all this brick and all this crap just falls to the ground.
The machine spirit rejected his heretical touch.
Yes. And now it's like now are the good loyalist troopers. What would you like them to do? I'll just do whatever you want me to.
It would be good if they take out these rocket troopers.
Okay.
Definitely,
So
because they're lightly armored but do a lot of damage. Is that right with the rest of you?
Yeah, he would definitely take out. We'd have him take out the heavy weaponry.
Yes, they are gonna move up. These guys will, and then they'll shoot down on that rocket trooper for the Emperor. And they fire. Let's see. So they have 10 of them, so they should get like a bonus. Hit. Roll damage. 10 damage. Rapid fire. They are in short range, so they get 1d6. Oh, nice. So that's 11 damage to that guy. He cannot roll determination. Resilience is 7, however. He does take 4 wounds. That puts him at 5 of 5. He dies. So yeah, like the loyalist troopers come up behind him and just shoot him down like a dog after he misses with the rocket on Varys. And they kill him. Very helpful.
Nice.
Captain. Okay.
If there's any more of them, is there only one lot?
No, there's 2. There's another one, but
because if they could get the other lot of rocket troopers,
it's
that would
their
be kind of
turn
awesome.
first, though. The bad guys. These guys right next to Varys are gonna try to shoot him. There's 20 of them, so they all kind of fire. 10 successes.
Oof.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
9 damage though.
No.
Yeah.
No. They're just making my ceramite armor pleasantly
Yeah, it's just
warm.
like ping, 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 just like constantly shooting off you. All right, so that was these guys, right? Yep. So your next guys, what would you like them to do? They're too far away to shoot that guy right now, but they can move up. They're they're gonna run. They run up here, and I guess just have me shoot. I guess they can shoot the commissar from there.
Yeah, see if they can finish him off.
Okay. Combat. Blast guns. Roll. Hit. 8 damage. Just do this. I think this is going to be just enough. That's another one. So 9 damage. He has resistance of 7. There's no pin on those. So that's 2. He's going to make a determination roll on 2 wounds. No. Well, he does take shock, but he gets hit. He kind of die, but he falls to the ground. He's not dead necessarily, but he's unconscious. He's just too much shock. So he's just I don't know what to put him as. Vulnerable, I guess. Anyway, he's out. I'm gonna remove him from the turn order. Oops. That's him, right? No, I wouldn't do that. Oh, whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay, so all the bad guys that are left. So that was him. So the commissar up here is going to step forward and shoot at Ramail. What? His war gear is not fearsome respect. I don't understand what just happened. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Bolt pistol. Don't expect it's going to do much. I could shift a bunch. I'll shift for damage. I don't think it's going to matter, but... $16.
Yeah, that's
So
5 over.
So go ahead and do determination with, and when it asks for the wounds, put 5 in there.
And I can do double rank for determination,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 5 shock. You're unconscious.
But I'm already at 6 shock, so what happens?
You're unconscious. You're exhausted. It's called exhausted. So let's see
Okay.
what happens. Hold on. So 199 is exhausted. Page 199. Okay, so exhausted. Beyond your maximum shock. You can only walk, crawl, perform basic combat actions, attack with no combat options such as aim or multi-attack, or fall back. Additionally, you may not roll determination. Okay, so let me put so you're not out of the fight. Effects. I bet that's it. Nope, that's staggered. There we go. Exhausted.
Fallback. There's no fallback.
Yeah, I don't know. It's on your sheet. Anyway, so you are exhausted, and how do you recover? Let me look at shock because I want to give you the option. I think there's ways to regain your shock. Suffer more shock. You may use combat action to expend a point of wrath to restore shock equal to your rank plus your tier. So you can get 5 shock back as your combat action next turn if you want. Okay. So the commissar is done. And the guardsmen. These guardsmen here are going to try to shoot you. There's 17 of them. We'll see. Success 9. Not gonna hurt you. Doesn't get through your armor. So they all just kind of shoot. No dice. These guys. Oh. They do have field of fire for the guardsmen up there. And they're going to try to shoot the loyalist troopers with the las cannon.
Fuck.
There we go.
Ooh.
They hit
Ooh.
21 damage. Okay,
Oof.
that doesn't really matter on mobs. So DN2, so they kill 5 of them. So they kill half the squad. So there's like, it's just, do you see like legs and stuff like flying up in the air, and whatnot. So that will be the end of the round. All right, you guys are up. What do you want to do? Ramail is getting pummeled over there.
I would like to.
You guys can also.
I'm closest. I'll go and
Yeah,
help
go
him.
ahead, Varth.
You also can seize the initiative with your glory too. Don't forget that.
I kind of want to go again and try to fuck these guys up in the Manticore because I don't think we want to get shot by any of these dudes.
Could you wait until I've moved a little further away? Could you go
Yes.
second? So if I go first and then you seize the initiative with glory,
You have to do that.
then we can both go before them.
Yes.
Is that all right with everyone?
That works for me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get in over here, right next to the Manticore. Hoping it won't fire at me right there. And I'm going to get in next to the Commissar as well. And then he's going to say hello to my power axe. Okay, 1 omniscient axe.
You can shift a bunch of those, so don't forget.
Oh.
Do you want to shift them for damage
Yeah.
or glory?
I will shift. Let's shift 2 for damage, 1 for glory.
Okay, so go ahead and roll 2d6. One success. So you do 20 damage. You did how many for glory? 2 or 1?
Just 1.
So that's 21 damage. Or I'm sorry, 20 damage. Let me look at him real quick. So he has resilient. You don't have it. That doesn't have any pin, right? Your axe doesn't look like it.
Yeah, and it's just 1 guy, not a mob, so I don't get my bonus there. Oh, do I get anything for Remail? Actually, Remail, am I close enough to him?
That would be you'd have to be within 10, and it's willpower checks. Now you do get. Hold on, everybody on melee gets something from being a blood dragon. You get.
Oh, I thought it was custom. Sorry.
You may re-roll your rank dice per melee attack test, so you can re-roll one of those ones.
Yeah. Okay.
So just click on it, right click, and re-roll failed. Oh no, don't do that. Actually, re-roll selected is what you want to do.
I've just got reroll failed and I have reroll selected.
If you right click on it, you don't see re-roll selected.
No, I've got reroll failed.
Don't
edit
re-roll
test
failed.
applied.
But
Yeah,
I'll
okay.
just do re-roll selected, and you got a 6. So you can
Nice.
shift that for more damage if you want.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so that's another d6. So roll d6. That's a miss.
4.
No,
Okay.
no, fours are successes.
Yeah,
yeah,
see they
so-
are. I can see it in the
Yep.
damage test above.
So that is 21. Okay. So he takes 21 damage, resilience of 8. So that leaves 13. So let's do his determination test. He's good at determination, though. But let's see. This guy already has 5 shock. 9 wounds, 4 shock. He's like the other guy. He's passed out. But he actually takes 9 wounds. So yeah, he's pretty much dead. How's it look?
Yeah, so he's really focusing on, he and the guardsmen are really focusing all their fire on Ramael, who hasn't quite reached them yet. And he doesn't notice Varist until he hears and feels the thump of the Space Marine's boots closing behind him. He whirls and tries to bring up his chainsword to defend himself, but it's too slow. And basically, the axe comes up and cuts through his arm and into his chest, and just not the force of it just knocks him down, and he just lies there, kind of his limbs jerking.
Alright, would you like to seize the initiative, Ghost?
I very much would.
Okay, spent one glory.
Um,
Go for it.
Gonna do the same thing. Different targets, same guardsman in the Manticore, and then I think I can actually hit the dudes on the las cannon. It's 30 meters. Yeah. So I'll try to hit the las cannon guys
Okay.
as well. So, oh, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Yes, I'll go for the 3 in the Manticore and the 2 on the las cannon. Fury of the Ancients again.
Barrels of the warp. Barrels of the
Has
warp.
has to be unbound, so Wrath 2. And then I get, it gives you a +1 too, right, for the bonus. No, it's just bonus Wrath dice. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's just it adds another die.
Okay. Oh boy.
Okay, no perils of the warp. Wrath critical.
Shit, any exalted eye constant. Mm.
So that's any
Okay, so I can,
6. There's a shit ton of 6s. You can shift 2 of them for extra potency.
let's see, that's not letting me do it.
I guess that's your wrath critical, right?
Oh, right. Yeah, it's not letting me shift for some reason.
If you click on a 6 and you right click and I can do it.
Let's see.
Scroll down.
Oh, there we go, there we go.
Yeah.
Shift potency. I can do one more shift, it says.
Yep.
Shift potency, cool. I will take the one more enemy can be affected, and I'll pick the rocket trooper.
Okay.
And damage. They all take 2 mortal wounds.
Alright, so Rocket Trooper takes 2 mortal wounds. So he screams out in pain. So they're a mob. The guys on the cannon. So you had 10 successes, you needed 9, right? That kills them both. Kills both those guys. And then the guardsmen inside the tank, right?
Yep, guardsman the Manticore.
They're all at 3. Like, what the fuck is going on with us? What is happening to us?
Yeah, this is a bit, again, sanguineous. Why is that? When the wings touch the troopers on the las cannon, the electricity shoots down into them, and both of their heads explode before their bodies fall over on the gun.
My turn.
Nice.
My turn. The Manticore, seeing that there's a Space Marine right next to it, tries to run them over.
Oh shit.
Okay.
So I had the rule right here. Where did it go? It's called ram in this situation. But they're going from stopped, so it shouldn't be that big a deal. Well, it is that big a deal, but ram. Okay. Oh, it must have moved this round before you can use ram action. Okay. Let me see then. Maybe not. Drive. successes required. I don't know. They're just gonna swivel their gun and shoot at you then.
Wow. Can they crank it that low?
It doesn't say that they can't. I mean, it's a heavy bolter from. I'm assuming. Well, you're almost as
I
tall
was
as the.
Yeah, I was just assuming if it's artillery, it wouldn't be able to fire right
Well,
next to
it's
its
not the
artillery.
heavy bolter's not artillery. It's not shooting. It's rocket.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it
I
has
see.
a
I see.
rocket and.
Okay.
Yeah, it has heavy bolters, just like a machine gun.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Oh well.
Okay. Success. 20 damage.
Oof.
Plus
Yep. I've
this.
got
Roll
12.
3d6 or 46. You just tell me. Let me see. I'll tell you what it is. Oh my god. Okay, so that's 22 damage.
Right, and I've got 12
Yep. So it's
resilience.
10. So when you roll determinations against 10 wounds.
Okay, so determination, 10 wounds. Okay.
And then double rank for the...
Oh, should I? Sorry.
Yeah, you can add. So just go ahead and roll. Roll 2d6. Let's see if you get a 4 above. You got 1,
Got a
so
4.
it's actually 7 shock and 3 wounds for you.
Okay.
So you're almost maxed out at shock, and
3
3
wounds.
wounds. Yeah, so this thing just turns
Okay.
on you from point blank range. Right. And you guys are up.
Our Taxon will continue moving forward, still enraged, dropping down.
You can actually try to get out of your frenzy if you want. Just make a willpower test.
Well, I need to keep moving towards him anyway,
Yeah.
so...
But you can only do all-out attacks, remember. All out. Hold on.
Let me go reread what all-out attack
Yeah, I'm
is.
trying to find it. Oh, I'm in the wrong book. All attack. -2 to your defense, +2 bonus die. That's what it is. That's all it
Yeah,
is.
well, I think I'll try and get out of it.
Okay, roll willpower. Need DN3. Not close enough to Ramel to be helped. Yep. Okay.
All right.
So
He starts reciting the litanies that the chaplain had taught him over the years and the prayers of the chapter to maintain their discipline and control and not succumb to the black rage or frenzy. And he marches forward to the pack of guardsmen, just unloading another hail of shells from his assault cannon.
You're just gonna kill these helpless guardsmen.
Yes.
I'm sorry, you pronounced heretic as guardsman? I don't know how you managed to mispronounce it like that.
Yep. You can shift twice. It really on this one you just kill 7 successes versus damage doesn't even matter. So additional is 4, so you kill 5 of them.
So I could shift 2 to kill more?
No, not really, because it's your successes over. So you kill 1 immediately if you do enough damage to hurt it. You can roll damage. I mean, you're going to kill them.
I'm sure.
Then you do you kill an additional 1 for every success over what you needed. So you kill an additional 4. Damage doesn't
Gotcha.
matter. So if you shift, you're losing successes. So you might not want to do that. So you kill 5 of them.
Gotcha.
All right. I'll go. those guys facing you are going to shoot back at your Artaxian, not knowing what to do. This is going to be worthless, but we'll roll anyway. It's a hit. No damage. Okay. That's that.
There's an exchange of fire,
Yeah.
pathetic dildo flashlight guns against hypervelocity assault cannon. And they're dropping like flies as the las bolts just kind of harmlessly burn off, maybe some paint on his
Maybe.
ceramite, maybe, if that even.
Alright. Chaplain.
Yeah, so Ramael sees Virus near the tank and get attacked by the tank. He's on down to one knee, and he sees the guardsmen are there as well. Can he? What is the rules in this to climb a tank?
Yeah, I would just say you're able to do it with I would say you don't, as you're at your size, I would say you just automatically do it. If you try to do something else like rip the hatch open, which I assume something like that might be coming, I'd make you do an athletics skill check.
Yeah, so
Pretty
he's
idea,
gonna climb the
Yeah.
tank and be on top of it, and
you can
he's
still
gonna
go.
rip the hatch.
You can do an action. That was just your
Okay.
your move action. You just
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
do anything fancy.
Yeah. No, nothing fancy. Just try and rip the.
Let's see. I would say that's DN. I'd say it's DN.
Since the base is DN 6.
Who said this DN6?
No. Did you just say it's DN 6?
I'm gonna say DN6. I think that's
Okay.
what I would say. You can use glory. Got
Yeah,
plenty
I'm
of
gonna
it.
use.
Let me
I'm
see.
gonna use.
Yeah.
When I use glory, it adds bonus, right, to the dice.
I gotta look real quick.
Yeah, looking.
Sorry. Glory.
Where's glory? I keep scrolling up
Okay,
and down the
spending glory.
pages.
There it is. Spending glory. You can use it to increase your dice pool. Yes.
So bonus, right?
Yeah, by 1 for each
I'm
glory you use.
I'm gonna use 3.
Okay, so I'll mark it down 3. So you're at 2. Success. Wrath complication. I'm gonna say, I don't know. I can't think of like. So as you are kind of like in this, not rage, but you rip off the hatch, and as you rip off the hatch, you damage the tank even further than you might have wanted to. So it's inoperable, like the driving mechanism of it somehow.
Cool, awesome.
That's your turn. You've ripped the hatch off the tank. Okay.
3 out of 4 ain't bad.
All right. This other Manticore. They have no idea what's going on, and they're not even sure where this sanguineous thing is. They're just like totally freaking out, and all they know to do is shoot the massive Terminator armor in front of them. So they're gonna fire their. Oops, not you. They're gonna fire their bolter again. Success. Wrath critical. Roll on the critical hit table. Do that first. Stunning blow sends the foe lurching away, senses blurred. Target suffers 1 shock and is staggered. So I have ruin. I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3 to give you a total of 7 shock, which will put you, well, actually 2 will give you 6. Actually, I just do 2. And that'll put you at 9 shock. Alright, 4. No, that would put you at... No, I have to do one more. That would put you at 9 shock, so hold on 1 second. That'll make you exhausted. We'll do the damage part. You're not going to be able to offload any of this to shock. 17. Resistance is 15. Holy shit. This is rapid fire. That's not going to be good. That's all miss. So actually it only does 2 wounds to you. But you are completely like... Basically what I'm going to say is it damages your power, like your power pack, and makes the thing super hard to move, and you are just getting weighed down by your armor super badly now. So it's super bad 100 times. How does that look on your end? Artaxian. Are you there?
Oh, sorry. Say that again. So I got shot. So how much damage did I take?
You only took 2 wounds, but your shock is 9 out of 9. So you're exhausted and staggered.
All right. So it hits a powering cable, and it just like slows things down, and he can see, red icons flash on his HUD as he sees power go down, and he can feel like the movement getting slower and the Terminator armor getting heavier as he tries to respond.
And then staggered, when you move while staggered, your speed is reduced by half. You can't run or sprint. And
Couldn't
it lasts
sprint
until
anyway.
the end of your next turn. So it really doesn't matter. Alright, so that's that. Good guy guardsman's gonna go, I guess. Loyalist troops, they're gonna move over here and shoot the mob. They have an okay angle at that. 8 successes, so that's gonna be 13 and 2s, so it's gonna kill 7 of them. So they kind of shoot those guys in the back. Which one was it? Okay, it's these guys. They are going to move over here and do the same thing. Oh, I had them go 2 in a row. That's okay. Doesn't matter. Success 4, so that's just going to be 3 more dead. Got the 5. Rocket Trooper. Firing at Artaxian. Moves back a couple steps. Actually, shit. Yeah, he moves over here, and he'll fire at Artaxian. Missile launcher style. That's a miss. Goes flying over your head. This guy is just like...
It's a good thing these rocket troopers can't hit for shit.
Yeah.
They're just not bracing themselves, and everything's just going high and flying overhead.
It's not
I can imagine
terrible.
that.
It's
This
a
is
lot.
this session's Labs Cannon. Like,
Yeah. And then the
basically.
last guardsman up here. I'm gonna... Dude, I mean, come on. I mean, there are 17 of them. I guess I'll shoot at Varist just for the fun of it. I mean, I have no. Ping, 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 ping. Yeah. And that is that round. You guys are up.
I think Ramael should go.
Yeah, Ramael is on the tank. He's going to drop one more frag grenade inside of it.
Oh, yes.
And he's going to look to Varist and say, "Brother, they have received the Emperor's mercy." And with that, he's going to walk away. with the,
Yeah,
what do you call, like, as you walk away, the thing explodes behind you.
right. So go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll DN3. Make sure you don't fumble. So
Yeah, that's the second frag grenade. Um, I think.
all right. Well, that's going to be a hit, and you can roll damage. You can shift 4 of those dice for damage if you want, or glory.
Uh,
You have 2 glory right now.
yeah, let's move it to glory so others can use it.
Yeah. You want to do how many? 4?
Yeah, 2 to glory and then 2 to damage. Let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do. So 4 glory and then 2 more to damage.
Okay. Just doing it real quick. Okay. Now you click roll damage. Oh, these guys are fucked.
It's not clicking.
I'll do it. That happened last game too. 14 damage.
Ooh.
Blast 6 doesn't matter. 14 damage. They're dead. How does it look?
Yeah, so Ramael kind of, he climbs up on the tank in the previous thing. He rips the hatch open, pulls out one more, like, frag grenade from his belt, drops it in, uh, receive the Emperor's mercy. Die. No, sorry. Burn, heretic. Because he knows that thing's going to burn inside. And then he jumps off the tank and starts making his way towards the rocket trooper. From here to here is what? Yeah, he's going to be on top of the rocket trooper next round.
Oh, that gif is so good.
Yeah, basically that's it.
Would you like to seize the initiative before I go with the other Manticore?
Yes, I would.
Okay, I figured.
Yes, I would. And in fact, you know what I'm doing.
Yeah. The only thing that would be, you got this one in case you, unless you roll a pair of the warp and summon a demon or
Well,
something.
don't count me out. Don't ever count me out. Trust
You are
me. I can
gifted when it
snatch
comes to psychers.
I can snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. Trust. Oh my
That's
god.
a failure. You
Okay.
can you can use so you could spend nobody's spent wrath yet, so
I'm gonna.
yeah,
Right now.
I think you can re-roll all
Glory, you
your failures.
Reroll fail. Yep. Yeah.
You could
There it
still
is.
use it's still a failure.
It says. It's. I'm too short. Ooh. Okay.
You could still use glory and re-roll one of them and hope to get a 6. I don't know.
I can do additional dice, right? With glory.
Is it additional? I think it's before you roll. Hold on.
I thought it was after. Let me see.
Spending glory.
Reroll
Increase
failures.
dice pool.
You can only do this. Oh no, yeah, it's a wrap. I'm gonna do this once per test. You can't roll. Yeah, I want to do the
You
increased
can
dice.
only
pool
do this
so-
after the initial roll, so you could do that.
And any reroll of failures at any roll. You bonus dice can not be reroll. Yeah, so I'll do.
You can spend as much glory as you want.
I'll do 3 glory.
Okay.
3d6 then.
Yep. You got it.
Ooh.
10 successes.
Okay. I can't shift any, so I'm just gonna roll the damage. 2. And it's the 3 guys in the tank, and there's a rocket trooper still alive.
Yes.
Rocket trooper and one of the guardsmen, I guess, or the guardsmen here.
Okay. So that brings all the guys in the tank to 5 wounds out of 5 wounds. How do they die?
So there are like ports and things like that in this Manticore, right? You can kind of see people inside even if they're covered.
Yep.
What anyone would see looking at the Manticore is just this spray of blood that comes out of one of the firing ports, and the machine stops moving. No, nothing's rotating, nothing moves around. There's this deluge of blood that shoots out from the manticore,
Yeah.
and it goes inert.
After that, kind of people are just like screaming, fleeing or dropping their rifles. The enemies. There's not many left. Just a few guardsmen. Mercy, please! They made us do it. They made us do it. And the rocket
Artax,
trooper drops his very ineffective rocket.
Artax, walk up to these guardsmen and he's like, "I will grant you the Emperor's mercy," and then just chain fist them into oblivion.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ramael is basically going to bring the Troceus on top of the rocket trooper's head. And
Yeah.
basically split him apart.
Yeah, assuming you're gonna just kill all of them.
Yep, everybody dies.
Yep.
And they all lie dead at your
And the
feet.
loyalist troopers are there to stop them running.
Yeah, they're all. I mean, and then the loyalists are like cheering, shooting their guns up in the air, their las rifles.
I'm going to open a Vox channel to the Astra Militarum captain, and just say, "Captain, we have 2 las cannons and a manticore for you."
Really appreciate it. This is gonna do so much for the fight.
We merely did our duty, as did your men. I commend them.
And they make their way down. Let me just pull this guy. He walks forward and he's like, I thank the Emperor you arrived. Don't know what we would have done without you.
With these weapons, we will take the fight to the enemy. We will require rearmament and resupply before we move out. We will take these manticores and begin rendezvousing with other loyalist elements to take the fight to the traitors.
He looks at you and then looks over to Remiel and says, "Are you injured? You look, your armor seems damaged, and there is blood. I can perhaps get you to a Medicae." I don't know.
See to my brothers first. Yes, a Medicaid will be helpful.
We have to go through the city to get there. Might have to fight our way through. But if you're willing, I am willing to. He looks at the Manticore. Lead the way.
And
Very
Varys,
well.
sorry. And then Varys says again, "We will follow. Duty ends only in death."
And the last scene of the session is the captain and sergeant and his men prying open the Manticore and go. Just hear him go, "Oh my gosh! Disgusting! Their heads are exploded. What happened?" And they haul out the dead bodies when their
He
heads.
says that.
How sanguineous.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mind the heretic blood, guardsman, and he will help you throw the body out. Just unceremoniously tossing headless corpses out on the street.
And that's where we'll end it. And I think our next thing is to get you to a Medicae because 2 of you are very hurt.
Yeah.
So
Hurt, 'tis but a flesh wound. And
Yeah.
then
My
here's the Black Knight gif for that.
yeah.
my gene-enhanced body should be